All right, here we go. Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Jim Connor Josh, and welcome to Beyond the Apex, where we talk about motorcycle everything and then some. Tonight, we have a couple celebrities with us from the Set magazine. I know some of you guys have checked them out, some of you haven't, but the Set magazine covers events from New York City, North Carolina, Georgia, everywhere, East Coast and beyond. They do a lot of different event coverages, and they're in the streets, they're out there. And like I said, we have two representatives here with us tonight. Before we get to that, though, I would like to go over to the left. My co-host Butter. Butter, what's up with you, man?
What's up?
What's up?
Getting ready to go down to Florida. See you tomorrow.
Yo, most people probably don't even remember that commercial, though. What's up?
A Budweiser commercial? That's like the epic fucking commercial.
But not everybody remembers that. I mean, we're a little bit older than.
I'm dating myself.
Yeah.
What? It's a great week. Going on vacation tomorrow, so this is the last show before I go on vacation. So I won't see you guys till after the new year. So I'm gonna be going to Florida, and I'm gonna go see this sexy hot mama, Dirty Left Shoe Bang.
La Italiana.
My girl right
That's
there.
my homie.
Yeah. So we hitting out Florida. We know we gonna be moving around, and we're going from coast to coast. Hopefully we get to touch Jennings for a little bit, but it's gonna be an exploring vacation out there. I'll post pictures for y'all haters that don't want to see me go on vacation.
No, everybody wants to go on vacation.
I'm going, fuck it.
What else is going on this week, man? You guys got anything going on? I mean, it's cold in New York, by the way. For y'all people at home, people in North Carolina, California, Texas, wherever you're at, it's cold here in New York. It's fucking
It's
cold.
not that bad. Stop being a
God,
bitch.
it's cold out here.
I was riding a Rebel scooter in a sweater. It's not that bad.
It's
crazy. Been worse.
He's crazy.
I was in a Rebel scooter.
He's crazy.
But before I get on the show, there was want to give a super congratulations to the Freedom Box family. They just Dennis Diaz just had his granddaughter today.
Oh, congratulations.
So congratulations to the Freedom Box family. You know, Dennis Diaz is a huge humanitarian, always doing something for the community. He had a huge turnout this weekend with their Toy for Tot drive. That was pretty epic. So congratulations to Mr. Diaz and his family and his son on their beautiful granddaughter that's here now. I think her name is Mackenzie. So huge shout outs to the Freedom Blocks family on their new family member. Also, shout outs to Black City. Black City put on an epic event yesterday. They were giving out toys out in Queens. They did their thing. Shout out to Shape. You know, we had Shape on the show last week. Huge humanitarian. Look out for his new business. I just got word he's got a new business about to pop off. It's called Black Fry Rice. So definitely I would hope the motorcycle community support him the way he supports us.
Black Fry Rice.
Tonight I'm on it. I have two special guests. I have two special guests from both ends of the East Coast. I have Miss Juicy. Yes.
Hi, everybody.
She's on the tube with us live from North Carolina. Shout outs to all my people out in Jacksonville.
Yes.
And I got my peoples out in Durham. So shout outs to everybody in North Carolina. My son-in-law CJ is from North Carolina. I'm coming down there to break both your legs, but listen. And so we got from New York City, the one and only Allure. How you guys doing?
We're good. How about you guys?
Good. So we kind of know a lot about Allure. Well, I do. So I want to start off with Miss Juicy, because anybody with a name is Juicy got to go first. So we want to know, how did you get the name Juicy?
Well, everybody
this is not
literally, we have so many people in the clubs named Juicy. So literally, I go for Juicy for short, but my bike name is actually just Too Juicy.
You did North Carolina shit. You see what they do down south? They stretch every everything. The name, the bike, they just stretch it all.
Yeah,
Like
and flip
it's
and
not.
twist and
I
everything
see.
else.
It's not. It's not only bikes. They stretch the name too. You see? You say, like you say, because if you write it, if I tattooed whatever she said on my chest, I'm gonna have to go around my back. Like that's a big ass. I'm kidding. So what do you ride? You ride?
I do. I actually started out on a Honda CBR FRI 600, and I upgraded to a M109 2012 Boulevard 1800
Yeah,
cc's.
she's the cruiser life now.
She's in the cruiser.
Yes.
Out of all cruisers, she had to pick a Jigsaw.
Right.
She had to.
I love my boo.
Yo, I know people that
I actually went to buy a V-Rod Harley, but when I went in, I changed my mind.
So, from what I've seen on the dyno, the Boulevard is bad fucking ass. Like I've seen the Boulevard blow people's eardrum in the dyno room. That's a badass fucking machine. If I had to buy it, because it says Suzuki, it'd probably be the last bike on my list. But I'm gonna tell you a little secret, and don't go writing this in a magazine, right? This is between us. That is the one Suzuki I would love to ride, but like on a track, like an open field. Like I would like to have the environment where I can explore all areas of the bike.
Wait, the Boulevard or the Gixxer?
The Boulevard.
On the track?
Everywhere. The Boulevard is a badass bike. It's a bad. I've got a.
Butter, you're slow enough on the track. You don't need a Boulevard, like on the track.
No. The Boulevard, from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, Juicy, that shit handles badass. Am I right?
Yes, you're correct.
It's a badass bike, man. The trick on that bike is sick.
Well, Butter needs all the help he can get, so I don't know.
So yes, Juicy, continue.
But yes, I started riding actually in 2012. I actually came from a social club. I was in the social club world for like 8 years. And then I decided I wanted to learn how to ride. And I've always was scared to get on the back of somebody's bike. And I was like, you know what? Let's just try. And we did. We still have a MC and a SC. So most of us have just flipped from the sports bikes because we're getting older now to cruises.
See, that's why I want to get another sports bike, because then people start thinking I'm old on this Indian, and I can't have people thinking that. So let me ask you, what's the name of your club?
We are the Ladies of Elegance Social Club. Then we are Ladies of Elegance Motorcycle Club out of North Carolina.
And what part of North Carolina are you guys at?
I am actually in Oxford. We're like literally next door to Durham. I'm maybe about 30 minutes away from Durham.
Nice. And are you guys affiliated with any club? You support any Thunder Guard or Pagan?
I actually am a support club of Outcast.
Outcast. Oh, shout out to the 153. We just had one of their support clubs president on the show last week, a man Shape from Black City Riders. I have a really good friend who's like a brother to me out in Virginia. He's from Outcast. I don't know if you know Alex. He's out of Norfolk.
Oh, I got no doubt.
Damn, I used to live right outside Norfolk.
Yeah. One of my boys. And I'm actually been watching some shows by a gentleman, a legendary biker by the name of Prophet. Have you watched? Yeah, dude is no joke, man. Spitting venom out there. So anybody who want to catch some like real dope knowledge, check out Prophet's YouTube, man. It's insanity. It's real talk. I learned a lot about a swastika over the weekend, and it was just like, whoa, mind blowing. So shout out to the 153 ABN. Definitely love it in the building. This is the second week. We've had somebody who's part of the association, which is great. It just helps broaden the horizon of other people that are out there. There's so many 1% clubs out there, and it's good to know who's supporting who. Just so that we know, we interact with each other in a peaceful way. So what is your position with the Set magazine in North Carolina?
So actually, I bumped into Sev at an event in New York because I have a club that we pretty much travel everywhere. And I actually bumped into him, and I was like, yo, that's that guy. That's that guy from the Set magazine. I actually tapped him, but he recognized my face because I followed them on Instagram. And he was like, yo, give me a hug. And I was like, you know what? what I got to do to get in the Set magazine in North Carolina?
That's what's
And
up.
a few weeks later, he gave me a call. We had about an hour-long conversation, and we got it going. Like, because I just feel like it's so much to offer, and there's a lot of things that people don't know, a lot of things that people are afraid of. You know, us bikers are already labeled, but we actually put a lot of work into the community and supporting each other that they really needs to know.
Yep.
It's sad because most of the outlets that do promote us are promoting us in a negative way.
Negative, yeah,
Right.
always.
Recently there was an arrest. 1% Club, was arrested. There's a whole bunch of federal stuff. Numbers were obscured, and it's like you go after those guys, and then it's like everybody else is also, categorized the same. Um, I don't judge anybody, 1%er, 99%er, whatever the case may be. I support everybody, show love to everybody. But I think the stigma is because I had a member who works in a community, and one of his bosses said, "Oh, you were hanging out with these bikers," in like a
Bikers.
in like a negative connotation. So I'm like, all right, so you're the president of this association, and not realize that half of his team is either business owners or prominent members of society in civil service. So you kind of look like a bozo when you make a comment like that, because I tell people sometimes I I I I, I don't get into it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I anybody who makes a negative comment towards a biker, I ask them three questions: Do you own your home? Do you own your car? And do you own your bike? Because 1, 2, 3, I have no title holders or lien holders on mine. So before you can judge me, judge yourself. And I think a lot of people think in a bad way, but I have a friend who's a personal mechanic of mine for 27 years, and he will not accept you as a client unless you come recommended. His clientele is lawyers, judges. He's got borough presidents. He's got senator committee council members. And it's sad because even the dick himself, Mario Cuomo, rides a motorcycle. So, it sucks when you judge someone like that. Because even Donald Trump, in Trump Towers, just built a beautiful bike. There's a bike there built by the man himself at Orange County Choppers.
What?
Bike is amazing. It's good.
What?
Yeah. Look it up. Orange County Choppers built President Trump one of the most amazing bikes I've ever seen.
Wow.
So, if you're going to judge people because they ride two wheels, watch who the fuck you judging, So, in North Carolina, you guys, I guess, I don't know, it probably works the same. How do you guys go about advertising and getting people on your magazine? Is it digital or is it both?
Right now we're completely digital. We're not print yet. So we're online for right now.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Allure, I'm going to circle down to you. I know you're from New York City. My girl from New York City. When I first met you, I was very disappointed in you because you rode a Jixer too. But we fixed that because now you got a CBR. So you on the right path.
I remember you would call me and harass me basically, like, yo, what are you doing? You need to be on something else. Cowie Gang.
Yeah, man.
So
that shit was always broken down.
Power
like
sports. You kept telling me about power sports or something like that. Like, yo, they'll take care of you.
Nah, but I'll give you a quick story. I met Allure. Okay, I'm trying to remember where we met. We met actually the first time I actually really, really met you was at the
Pamper Run.
Where?
The Pamper Run.
Yes, it was actually at my Uncle Pernell's Pamper Run. That's right, because we knew each other through social media.
Yes,
we actually met live at my Uncle Pernell's Pamper Run. Shout out to the Pistons; they throw the best Pamper Run ever.
Absolutely.
So we met at the Pamper Run. You were hanging out with a few people. We remain nameless. And we continued to work together after that. You came out. You actually supported a Freedom Blocks event, which is the event that just passed. You actually started with the first one, which was actually a coat drive. It was actually a coat drive, toy drive up in Red Hook.
I actually rode my pink bike
in the freezing weather.
In the freezing weather.
I remember. I was like, what?
So the kids can have, a quote unquote girly bike to take pictures with. And all the kids, even the boys, were all excited. And can we take a picture? I'm like, go ahead. That's why it's here. And to ride back after the sun went down in that freezing weather. But you know, it's all for the
like
kids.
my mother would say, coge, quiere tan bicicleta, coge. But then we met a few times after that, and actually, shout outs to Sev. He is the CEO of Set Magazine. I want to thank him for allowing you girls to come on the show and talk about, the magazine. I remember because he actually sent you, or you came out to my book bag event, and
Yes.
you did an interview with me. It was pretty cool.
Yes.
I don't even remember. I know I was on a couple of things, and I'm pretty sure they made like a DVD or whatever.
Yes.
So, and then we continued to be friends from there, and we supported each other and whatever. And you've called me for advice or whatever. So, we've been friends going on 3 years now? I'm gonna say
4.
4 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been on the set some time already. So
Damn,
how did you get on the set?
You forgot the anniversary.
I feel no.
It's 4 years.
Gosh.
The way I got on the set was that my daughter's godfather, he rides, he's in a club, and he's actually national now. And he moved down to Connecticut. He got with this club, Elusive Riders, shout out to them.
Oh,
And
yeah. I just seen them. I just got a text from them. They asked me if I was going to Daytona this year, because I bumped into them in Daytona, and they be invited
Yes.
to a lot of events. It's just that they invite me like the week of, and my calendar be already set
Yeah.
3 months in advance. But shout outs to Elusive Riders. Yeah, they always showing me love, always hitting me up for events. Yes. Continue.
So they were going to Black Falcons, and he was like, yo, Komai, I'm gonna be in in the Bronx if you want to come through. And I was like, yo, I want to see you. So I go. He's like, it's different. It's a different environment. It's not what you're used to, like the club scene or the bar scene or whatever. And I was like, I don't care, whatever. And when I went and I saw the bikes and everything, I was like, yo, compi, I need to ride. Like, I told you I wanted to learn how to ride, and he got, he put me under the wing. A week later, I had my permit. A month later, I was learning how to ride. 6 months later, I had my bike registered, easy pass, everything. 8 months later, I had my license.
Most people can't get their life in order in less than 6 months. But apparently, when you want to get a motorcycle, right? Like, I'm looking at the same fucked up wall in my house, right? Like, I have this beautiful wall that I just want to, like, stucco, right? It's probably going to cost me $2,000-$3,000. But I'd rather take the $2,000-$3,000 and buy bike parts than to do the fucking wall, because the wall is not doing anything for me. And I'm like looking at the wall, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, well, should I pay my $600 light bill that I didn't pay for 6 months because I'm just lazy to pay it, or buy another helmet? I know how to do it.
Wow, yeah, it'd be that way.
The bikers, I don't understand. Like, I mean, I guess it's a good problem to have that you can just say, I'll pay it later and just buy more bike parts. But I get it. I totally get it. So how did you start with the Set magazine?
Yeah.
So,
because you're sorry to cut you off, but your Set magazine Latino. That's right. Shout out to the Boricuas and all the Latin folks that ride out there.
Absolutely. I don't recall. It was at an event. I don't recall. I think it was a cancer. I think it was the cancer run. I don't recall. It's been a minute, but it was an event, and he introduced himself. He was like, oh, I see that you're always showing love to different events, to different clubs, and I've seen you. We should talk. So I was like, all right. And we talked, and he was like, yo, how do you feel about contributing to the Latino, side of the biker community? I'm like, hey, if I can, help shed any light on what's going on with the Latinos, then absolutely. And like you said, I was with Freedom Blocks and their toy coat drive, and their annual barbecue. They had something as well, and
the cancer event. Cancer event is there. They started that shit 7 years ago. So
yeah, so
that's their baby. They nurtured that into existence.
Yeah, so with that regard, being an independent writer as well, he's an independent writer, so he's like, we should, work together, and that's how it started. He asked me, to translate a couple of things. He wanted to post a couple of things and translate it, so I helped him with the translation, and it just took off from there. And You know, as a Latina and as a biker myself, I do have access to certain Latinos and events and stuff like that. So I would hit him up like, yo, there's something going on at FMP, Flushing Meadow Park. You know, the Colombians are here and there's like mad bikes. He's like, yo, go ahead, do you? And we had an event, I think it was last year, that borough event that we had, that it started in Staten Island, right? With you guys. Uh Easy Powder Coating, their barbecue.
Okay.
And then we went from Queens to Staten Island, from Staten Island we went to Manhattan, then to the Bronx, then back to Queens. And Sev met me over there, and we were, you know, interviewing people in Spanish and stuff like that. So yeah,
That's
how
that's
that's worked
that
out.
that's pretty dope. Because just the FYI, my brother in Florida just started riding with these guys, and when I was there last year, not one of them spoke a lick of fucking English. But you could tell they weren't smart at all because they all had Hayabusas. But
Oh
that's
God.
yeah, they all had Hayabusas for some reason. Even the smallest
Orlando,
guy.
right?
Yeah.
Orlando.
One guy like 80 pounds and shit. He's on a Hayabusa. My brother's not that big neither. He's like 5'2", 135 pounds soaking wet. And I'm like, seriously? Like, this is what y'all spend your and they look like cockroaches. Because you know, Puerto Ricans are like cockroaches. We're the evolution of cockroaches. So in Puerto Rico, it's like all these, even in Puerto Rico, it's like hundreds of them, and they all have Hayabusas. They're like
Mm-hmm.
cockroaches. So it's good that you.
They all brought their Hayabusas from Puerto Rico.
God, Jesus Christ, it's a sin. I tell you, sometimes I don't even want to be Puerto Rican. I think I'm just gonna go with the Dominicans and just. At least the Dominicans like the R1.
You can't just jump ship. You can't just jump
I'm
ship
just
like
saying.
that.
At least the Dominicans like the R1. So if I'm gonna be Spanish, I go with the Dominicans. They like.
Oh my
They come in and
God.
say, yo, papi, I want a Valentino Rossi. You know, I need an R1. I never rode before, but I want an R1. At least they know what the fuck they want.
Right.
Oh my God.
But,
I want to go to Orlando and ride.
Yo.
It's like this.
Yo.
Let me know. Let me know. My brother's
I want to ask specifically about the magazine, and I'll direct this to Miss Juicy. So, as I said before the broadcast, most of our viewers are motorcycle guys and girls. You know, what events does the magazine cover that would be of interest to motorcycle riders? Like, what kind of stuff can you find on the Set magazine?
Um, for me, I actually cover, if I see it happening and if I'm available, I'm there. Even if it comes down to their charity events, to their rides, even to their anniversary parties, I'm there. So I'm one of those people that I support a lot of people. If I rock with them, they rock with me. I'm there. Even if someone was to send me their content, their flyers, I also post that up on the Set magazine, because if I can't make it, somebody else may see it and may show love to that event. I have posted people's community events, and I've had people from New York, yo, can you reach out to them? What's their cash app? They've even supported them from New York for their charity events. So it's a great outlet for a lot of people that are home, that doesn't see what's going on, and actually can get a vibe and see actually what's going on. It's actually exciting to be able to interview somebody like I had the opportunity to interview Big Nucci. He was actually hosting an event in Durham, and I was like, well, that's my boy. You know, we take pictures of him all the time. Let me hit him up. And he was like, yeah, Juice, I'll be there. Pull right up. He was out there giving his little tutorials of his slides. He sat down, chopped it up with me. We did a dope interview or whatever. Just cool, down to earth kind of guy. It's so dope to work for the Set magazine because you get to meet people that you've never met before in different walks of life, and just get people's vision of what the bike life is to them and what it means to them,
I just want to
or
say
how they
too.
got started.
It's so, for me, because I used to live down south. It's so nice to hear like what's going on.
Yeah. Yes, I'm mad country, yo.
You want to pop, youngin? You want to pop, cousin?
Right.
But for real, for the people at home though, like what does the Set magazine cover though? I mean, I gave the general overview, you know, motorcycles, trucks, whatever. But like, what can people see on the magazine on the website?
I mean, it
Like even
depends.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh.
Sorry. It depends. I mean, we don't showcase solely one type of event or information. We like to be broad about what we share. So in the biker community, like Ms. Juicy said, if there is a charity event, we'll share it, we'll repost it, we'll try to be there if we can, show love. It's charity events, it's meet and greets, it's annuals, it's
So
seafood,
I have a
seafood,
question.
whatever.
I have a question. So,
Mhm.
do you guys and I know I get it. It's a lot of promotion, and I'll start with Juicy. Is there a part of the magazine that focuses on like a specific person throughout? You know, every month you'll say, "Hey, we're going to interview this person." Maybe the president of Outcast, maybe the president of this club, president of that club, or a prominent member of another club that's doing charitable events. Do you guys actually focus on that particular thing?
So actually, like on Wednesdays, I would like to focus on maybe like social clubs, like Women Wednesday, and I would like interview just a certain member, like maybe the secretaries, or it's not always about the presidents. We kind of get lost up in the president thing, so it's kind of through who out the treasurers, the sergeant at arms, just to we do like to get to know. So if I'm interviewing you, I like to get to know your club and various like that. We also, even if it's small businesses who want to promote their
Mhm.
business, we don't mind showing love. We pull up and you know let everybody know about these businesses out here, because it's tough out here to kind of promote or help promote yourself. So we kind of do different things. We do car clubs down here. We're in the South, so we have a lot of car clubs down here
What's
too.
going
Just let them
on?
showcase their car. Right. So they don't let them showcase their cars, their big rims, and all that kind of stuff, because we're in the country. We have open roads, so we don't have a lot of the curves and a lot of the big bridges and things that you guys have up there. So
So
we kind of just
that's the excuse for all the bikes having like 20 inches of stretch because it's all straight
that's
road.
back in the day. Hopefully many don't do that no more. But when I first got into the bike world, I used to be looking like, how they gonna turn that thing?
Well, I'll
Like,
tell you,
how they gonna turn this thing?
I was with, I used to ride. I was never a part, but I used to ride with a group called the Loose Riders out of Jersey, and I don't know whatever happened to them, but we used to go down to like different tracks down south, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and we would do these halftime shows performing, doing stunts and shit like that. And every bike was stretched the fuck out,
Yeah.
like 2 3 feet, and I'm like, what the fuck? And they're going on the track, they're doing 180 miles an
There's a
hour, quarter
reason
mile and
for it.
shit.
There's a reason for
But
that.
but even girls, like I would see girls, everything was stretched the fuck out.
Got
I'm
swing
like,
arms on this on or what?
yeah, and I was just like, but then, like you said, there's a lot of straight roads, so I guess there's a purpose for it because if you got a lot of straight roads, you want to just go fast.
Mhm.
Hey, there's a lot of
But
twisty
uh,
roads
it,
down
it,
south too. All my Texas folks, shout out to you. There's a lot of twisty roads down there too.
I know the Smoky Mountains got some shit dope ass curves, man. Because I
Yeah.
know people that ride the Smoky Mountains and they say it's amazing up there with some curves.
Mm.
It just may be that the people down south are afraid of those curves. I don't know.
Damn, shots fired. You about to be in Oklahoma
Now,
in
You
February.
did. You
Don't be
did.
saying that. Because you're going to be in Oklahoma in February and all those people are going to be like, oh, you said we don't know how to take, you don't know, we don't know how to take curves. Watch, you're going to eat your words. You're going to eat your words right
well,
there.
Juicy, I got a question for you.
Okay.
I'm coming down. Let's say I'm coming down to North Carolina. Besides reaching out to you and obviously being my liaison when I go down there, I come down to North Carolina. What can I expect to do? Where are you going to take me, and what are we going to do Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Well, in North Carolina, we cook a lot. We literally cook a lot. So you're definitely gonna eat good. If nothing else,
Yeah, I
we cook
love
a
me some
lot. We make
collard
sure that
greens.
you get that southern hospitality, literally. And down south, most events are an entire weekend. So, they normally start on Thursdays to Fridays and we don't end to Sunday.
So now I come on a Thursday, more or less. What's the popping spot in your neck of the woods?
So, and like in my neck of woods, we have a lot of bike nights. So, during the week we have from Tuesday, Wednesday to Thursday, there are a lot of bike nights. In North Carolina, most events for social clubs are on Fridays. We leave that MC World open for motorcyclists on Saturdays. Even down here, we do day events. So, like, even during the day when we do our charity rides, we do this big cookout where we all, kind of meet and greet and mingle a little bit before the actual night event. So when we actually plan our anniversary, it's just like a whole shebang we actually put on. Um, Actually, we have a bus that actually at our event, they actually host a bus from New York down to our event every year, and it's just like,
What? Give me the
yeah.
bus info.
So Swagger normally hosts the bus from down here, and they made us start on Thursdays because we usually would do Friday and Saturday and do a farewell brunch. They was like, nah, we's coming in on Thursday, so we literally had to start taking off in the middle of the week to prepare for when they come. And we can't forget about that good old moonshine. you know, we have that good old moonshine on standby because we know it's about to be a party.
Well, I'm gonna let you know
God damn,
I'm coming down there
I just love
soon.
listening to Juicy talk.
Yeah. Oh yeah, too. Listen, I can taste the collard greens when she talks. I'm
Literally,
salivating.
honestly, at my day event, we literally bring out collard greens.
Yeah. By the way, butter, I
Yeah.
put it up in the group chat. I said anybody that wants a piece of butter, they can get a piece of you February 28th in Oklahoma. So anybody south of the Mason-Dixon line, they can get a piece of you after that.
Yeah, it's funny because Dennis is like, yo, stop fucking with my jigsaw. I forget that he got a jigsaw, but it is not personal, man. Listen, I'll ride with anybody. I will ride to the end of the planet. Just get me out of the 5 boroughs. See, that's what I
Truth.
love about where you guys are at.
Truth.
I don't ride in the 5 boroughs. I am totally afraid. I'm a punk. I don't do past 60 in the 5 boroughs. Listen, you want to race me on the Bell Parkway? You're gonna win. Let's go anywhere outside of New York City, and I'm down. Like I'm for it.
Truth.
But the North Carolina, the Rockies, I hear that's a dope ride. Have you done that ride? Have you been up there?
I haven't yet. I have a fear of heights, so me and the mountains don't really be sitting too well. Really. And when I have to go across the bridge, my members can tell you behind me, I'm gonna move or I'm gonna run you over because I'm terrified.
Well, listen, I'm coming down there. I got an Indian chieftain dark horse, so I'm gonna come down there. I'm gonna ride with you. So I'm gonna be yours. You're gonna be my date Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I'm gonna hold you to that. Tell your husband, like, whoever you listen. My man Butter's coming down from New York. I gotta show him a grand old time.
Yeah, we're gonna eat. We're gonna ride. We're gonna hit up
You
a couple.
keep saying the magic word. Eat. That's not even riding. The magic word is eat.
That's just what we do. That's just my thing. We gonna eat if nothing else.
I love you already.
I would love to be involved in that. That's the magic word.
Listen, Josh, we can get a hotel. We can trail the bikes down.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like North Carolina is 10 hours away?
Yeah, I got people down there too, man.
That's what
I'm a Virginia boy,
listen,
so
my niece is out there. I'm with the shit.
Yeah, yes.
Listen, every show we've done, we've got an event. Like we did a show with y'all know Portia Taylor from Steel Horses.
Yeah. Yes.
So Portia and I'm taking her serious. Like I want to do Nova Scotia. Like that's my whole big thing. One of my buddies from the Wingman.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, one of my boys who's from the Wingman Club, he did it. He said it was one of the most amazing rides you can do. And so Portia and I are like, so if I can get a ride event with every guest, that's dope because then I'm interacting with my guests. So I am going to pack my bag sometime this coming year. I'm going to call you and be like, I'm coming. See, the good thing is I can drop my daughter off in Jacksonville over at her boyfriend's house, and then I can just come back by you and then enjoy my weekend while she enjoy her weekend.
What? Your daughter's already got a boyfriend in Jacksonville? What the hell?
Oh, he's the nicest kid in the goddamn world. I don't know why he sees in my kid, but he's too
nice.
Nice kid. Listen, I wasn't helping my girlfriend at no 12 o'clock at night doing her math homework. You on your own, homegirl. I be hearing this boy fighting with my daughter. Listen, them Southern boys are for real.
Yeah.
First of all,
Southern hospitality. That's a real thing.
Listen, first of all, my son-in-law is very respectable. Like When he speaks with a lot of respect. You could tell his mother done punched him in the mouth quite a few times.
That's
So
what we do.
yeah. So, when he speaks very, very, very professional, very nice. Yes, sir. No,
Proper.
sir. Proper. He be on the phone with my daughter at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm sleeping. I'm not helping. That's not my fault. You can't add. And he be on the phone, and I be hearing him. Listen, you got to do this and that. And I'm like, oh, God bless him, Lord. Let her stay with him till she finishes college, because he did help.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
He do. But yeah, we're coming down to North Carolina. We promise you, Juicy. We coming down there.
Hey,
we're gonna take a lot of pictures with a lot of food and a lot of grease on our shirt.
Hey, for both of y'all, actually, I know it might be a little bit different situation for each of you, but for you, Allure, and for you, Miss Juicy, like, how many people do you have working behind the scenes in the magazine? Like, how many people do you have in your crew in New York and North Carolina?
Oh, geez, I don't know.
Actually, I am the only one for North Carolina.
Really?
I am the only one so far.
So you put out all the content from Carolina?
Yes. Because this is new. Like, that's why I was so adamant about getting with Sav to bring it here, because we didn't have anything like that. We used to have I Ride magazine, which was an actual paper magazine where he would, interview and you get the spreads and stuff like that. But I just feel like we needed it more. So that's why I felt like, okay, I can do this. A little nervous, because when you're walking up to people that you don't know, a lot of people are camera shy, like, yo, get that light out of my face. So once you kind of got to explain to them what it is, what's going on, and they kind of warm up to it, and then it kind of goes good.
Wait, you've done interviews too? Like, you've actually, like, done events, you've done interviews. That's all you?
Yeah, that's all me.
Damn. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work you've been putting in.
On the Latino side, it's pretty much me. There's also Tech, Vinny. He's Street Kings. He also helps out.
Shout out to Street Kings. Yeah, a lot of love from them. Street Kings. It's sorry to cut you up, but they have donated to a lot of events that I've done, even if they haven't shown up. They're always ones to donate and be a part of something, even if they don't show up. So shout out to Street Kings, definitely. I didn't even know they were involved with you guys like that.
Wait, so this, like, the Set magazine, it originated in New York City, right?
Yes.
So do you have, like, a bigger foundation here, you think, or is there, like, a bigger crew somewhere else?
The biggest crew, I want to say, is New York, I guess, because we started here. But we have Texas, we have North Carolina, we have DMV, we have Florida, Jersey, and
they have Connecticut, right?
Yeah, they got Connecticut.
No,
it's on the site.
Not really. We had Connecticut, but it's not. We're changing it up. I think we're doing Boston or Mass. I think we're changing it up too. Something like that. We're gonna, like, I guess, congregate them. And yeah, so the good thing about the Latino page is that it's not exclusive to one location. Yes, it's predominantly New York, because that's where I'm located and that's where Sev is at and whatnot. But we like to showcase a lot of different areas as well, from Puerto Rico to Orlando, Florida, Jacksonville, Tampa, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, Panama. I mean, we have followers from across the globe, and we try to showcase them, try to shout out some female riders across the globe as well. And right now, with everything that's going on with COVID, we also try to showcase the local businesses that do like bikers, that they'll offer a slight discount, or, just say, hey, bikers, we're here for you guys. If you guys come, we'll make sure that there's some parking for you up front, or, showcase those businesses as well, because they're for us. So we want to give back to the community instead of these, big corporations.
If I'm not mistaken, now that you say that, Latino Pizza, isn't that from SPMG, right? Those are the
guys. I want to, in Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's called Latino Pizza. I'm not too sure. I've seen it up. Yeah. I've seen it up. I definitely have to check that out. I know he's in the bike game. If I'm not mistaken, Dave from FLNY had mentioned it to me at a ride that we was doing. That he said that they used to be something else, and now they turned it into Latin pizza. And I heard him overstate that SPMG. If I'm, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, definitely shout outs to them. I know they're they're Latin fusion pizza. It's bike life type people. So yeah, shout out to them. So if anybody want to check it out, it's called Latin Pizza. You can definitely find them on the web. There's so many people. I know Bills and on the April have been posting them up. Those people have been going out there. They had some events up there. So that's pretty dope. So yeah, we definitely got to keep promoting our peoples. There's a lot of things that I know Set Magazine is doing a lot of sponsorships with a lot of different people. So there's a lot of people that are on your banner, on your digital banner. I encourage people to just show support. Bill's BNN has his biker network as well. Dennis, he's got Freedom Blocks. There's so many people out there selling bike gear. You got 363 Cowie boy. He's got his new gear. That's dope. The Cowie gang, keep back.
66 Cowie.
Yeah. That stuff is waiting on my shirt.
Yo, actually, his stuff is so unique. It's so nice. Too.
Yeah, its stuff is different. It's original. It's totally different.
But even it's a simple design, like the Cowie front with the bandana. That's so tight. That's so tight.
So dope. Yeah. Shout outs to him. He's got something going on.
We got Blocks You Heard. We got, E Money as well. The Stunners doing their thing. Shout outs to them.
You got Fame and Fortune.
Hollywood Stunts. Baby D Blocks. He's a 8-year-old stunner kid. My boy Julio's son. Amazing rider. He came out to the Freedom Blocks cancer run. They're all the way in the 518. Shout out to them.
That's what's up.
They got a lot going on. Yeah.
Freedom Blocks got a lot going on because I know they opened a new garage, King County Customs. So
yes,
shout out to the King County Customs. My boy Drama, always showing love. Drama was one of the first few people when I went in the hospital that they totally reached out personally, picked up the phone and was like, "Yo, my brother, man, anything you need, hit me up." So I always found love for that brother right there. So all the best and success with their business ventures. Freedom Blocks got a lot going on. They got gear, they got the bike shop, they got powder coating, they're doing all kinds of shit. They taking over the world.
yes, absolutely. Shout outs to the Freedom Blocks mama. And she's holding them down with the merch,
She got the cojea, right? She got the cojea still. Well, listen, Juicy, I'm pretty sure you fucking northerners up here. What's going on? Who we got to know down in North Carolina? Who's got the gear? Who's got the shop? Who's got the bike?
That's a good question.
Put a song. We need to know who's going what because we know about New York.
We coming down there, by the way.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Like the ladies of like Queens of Chrome, they're all female motorcycle club. They all ride Harleys. They ride from coast to coast, state to state. They really do their thing. Whether it's summertime, wintertime, them ladies.
We're gonna find us some wives up down there.
They really do their thing.
Look at these two plotting. They both did. They were plotting already. Oh my God! Pinky in the brain over here.
Women who ride Harleys.
They all ride
women who ride Harley.
Hey, a brother can daydream, right? We could daydream.
Yeah, more women down here ride Harleys. Everybody has really changed over from the street bikes to Harleys.
So one is if they have a Harley, that means they might have a little money. Two, they're definitely gonna be single because ain't no dude letting their woman ride around cross country. So I'm going to North Carolina, find me a little sugar mama. Daddy's coming home. I look forward to going to North. So carry on, Juicy. Carry on. I'm being foolish.
You might have to get regular with the customs, though. I mean,
he actually does a lot of custom stuff, for the bike world. We also have Customized Funwear and Stitching. They're one of the sponsors. Also, they make a lot of gear and sell a lot of biker gear for the ladies and the guys. We have it's just so much different stuff down here. We have 954 from Turning Point. He was He's amazing. Like he can do so many stunts and so much stuff down here. Um,
So
I
now,
don't know.
let's say, for instance, I moved to North Carolina and I
He's
bump
already
into you and I
plotting. He's
say,
already thinking
"Yo,
about it.
shut up, man! Listen it up, man. Listen, I might be inviting you to my
Trying to
home
get that
soon.
up.
If I can,
He's
y'all
already
killing my
planning.
OCD. If I can, no, I'm just trying to set it
Uh-huh.
up so, like, you know, in New York we're
Uh-huh.
different. Like New York, you come see me, y'all want to powder
Next, you're
coat
gonna
my
be
bike.
asking
I
like,
tell you,
what's the real estate prices like?
I know the real estate prices. Get out of here. Listen. So, you know, it's like if you're in New York and you tell me, yo, I need to find one of the best powder coaters, I tell you, easy powder coating. So I go down to North Carolina, I want to powder coat my bike. Who am I going to?
Um, that's a good question because most of them here 954 he actually does great paint job. There's also a guy named Pocket Knife. He's actually located in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. They do great work also. But my bike, I had a custom paint job in Bow Meadows. He is so freaking awesome. I have the love kills kind of theme on the back end of my bike, and he did such an amazing job. I went back. He did my tank. He did the front part of my bike. Bo Meadows is so awesome. And how I stumbled upon him, we had an airbrush party last year. And I was like, oh, yo, I need my bike. It's to go in the theme. Can you do my bike? He took my bike and it just looked like a new bike once I got it. I was just
Nice.
so ecstatic. Like he does Bo Meadows. He's in Durham. He is awesome with painting.
Okay.
So now, this is the $1 million question, right?
Oh, this
So
is
I
the
know I'm
million
gonna
dollar
have to move
question.
down south, though, because Josh is gonna, you know, Josh already got me married, 3 kids, and living down south. Now I'm gonna be a southerner, right? I'm gonna go buy me a ZX14 and stretch the shit out of it. Who do I go to stretch my bike out?
Not many people stretch their bikes out no more. If it
No
is,
way.
it's a newer, it's a younger one who just getting on because only the younger people really thinks that that's hot. But right now in North Carolina, like cruiser is the way everybody's been going. Like we have the Kings of the South, we have Queens of the South. You know, they all Harleys. Um, it's just so much, and we do have a wall. Oh, those guys are awesome. When I say now out of Raleigh, a wall MC. They ride their street bikes and they do have Harleys too. But when I say once they hit the highway and you see the wheelies and so much stuff, they are just so fun to just watch them just do their thing on the
Yo,
highway.
I gotta say though, the Southern boys, when you want to talk about drag racing though, maybe people are getting away from the stretch bikes, but they know how to do the stretch bikes for a reason. And they put down the numbers. When you talk about like the fastest in the 8th mile, quarter mile, whatever mile, any mile down the street, whatever, a stretch bike, these boys in Carolina, they know how to go. They know how to get it and go. You can't mess with that. I promise you. Well, I'm not gonna promise you. I can't promise you that because I haven't seen the best that New York has to offer. But like you talk about drag racing, street light to street light, boys down south know how to go. They stretch the bike out and they just go. That's it. Done deal. I wouldn't mess with them.
Yeah, listen, everybody's known. Everybody has their niche, right? Like New York has their niche for like street riding and
Yeah,
suicide riding in
yeah,
the streets. The boys down south, they like to stretch and
yeah.
go. So I'm mad, but I think the best part about it is like, you know, when I mean riding down south for me, like I've been to a few places, you know, North Carolina, South Carolina.
Mhm.
Um, everybody's real hospitable.
Yes,
Like
yes.
that I can say. You know, I think it goes for the most part
Southern
anywhere in
hospitality.
bike life. Yeah, I just like the way they really like. How can I say? Like in New York, we how can I say? Like if you was in a room full of
I can
bikes,
say a lot of
if you
things.
was not yeah, if you was in a room full of bikes, you can differentiate the southern bikes from the northern
Yeah.
bikes very easily. The
Yeah.
north the southerners, they're like heavy into the paint jobs, a lot of chrome, like their shit is sparkling from, and see, like we're more powder coaters. We do more powder
Yeah.
coating, a little vinyl wrap. we kind of cheat. We kind of cheat to make it look dope. When you go down south, you're playing with a lot of heavy chrome, a lot of custom paint job. Like I don't know motherfuckers that are living in the bayous and shit in a shed, but motherfucker got a shit chroming like a motherfucker. Car sitting on 30, got suicide doors. He got 10,000-watt system. You know what I'm saying? But his house is as big as his trunk. Am I right? Am I right?
You're right. You're right. And I honestly didn't get that part until I actually converted over and start, doing it, some things to my bike. And then my mom was like, Juicy, what you doing? I'm like, oh girl, I'm going in my saddlebag. I got to clean make sure my stuff's shining. They ain't finna pick on me. It's that kind of stuff that makes it exciting. And like you said, you go to bed dream about what can I do next? What can I do next to this bike? Like, okay, oh, I want a day maker. Oh, I need that. Just different ways to make our bikes look different, but make them look good.
Hold on. Well, actually, Mr. Allure, how do you experience it? Have you ever been down south? Have you ever seen the North Carolina, Georgia, Texas, whatever bike life?
I got to see like the DMV, like Virginia, and those kind of areas. So it was just whoa. Their bikes were very custom. Everything was just extra.
But not beautiful. Deep south. You never been like more for. Oh, okay.
No,
it's different. It's different down there. Yeah. And actually, well, so Miss Juicy though, like I said, the magazine it started up here in New York. Have you really come up here and experience the New York City bike life?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And since what I get from New York, you all are so friendly. Like even though we're like
friendly,
they've been friendly to us. Like we have an event. Majority of my party is New Yorkers. No lie. But when we come, it's like they always give us mad love, even to a club that I don't know. They've always been politely in speaking. That's like, oh, they don't know my name, but they remember my face from being at events. To Steel Horses Clubhouse, to Underworld's parties, to Forset. Like I kind of float around just to get a vibe and try to, learn different things because
I can see that.
I guess clubs up there probably be standoffish, but I kind of, learn from being observant who don't like who or whatever, but I ain't got nothing to do with it. But it's just kind of like
I wouldn't say they're standoffish.
So I don't get in that,
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're standoffish. It's not like that, but I would say it's a lot different. That's for damn sure. And just the general mentality of everything. When you say New Yorkers are like,
but I guess I would be worried about my patch when I walk into a room. And I haven't had to worry about that so far.
I think in New York, because it's a melting pot and there's so many clubs in such a small area, when you look at New York City and it's not that big. It's 38, 40 something miles, of city. That's not a lot. You know what I mean? So when you have so many different clubs, support clubs, all in one, we have no choice but to get along. You know what I mean? It's like.
But it's funny, Butter, though, you don't want to walk. It's like from an outsider perspective, though. Like a lot of New Yorkers will say, "Oh yeah, we're so diverse, we're like so intermingled and whatnot." But you go from neighborhood to neighborhood, and it's so clicked up. Like this is the Latino neighborhood, this is the Jewish neighborhood, this is the Black neighborhood. There's so many different sects of people.
But you're talking about socially, bike wise.
It's the same thing. Different. It's the same thing.
No. Because bike wise, you have people that just is different. Those nationalities might be in those certain neighborhoods. But what I mean in terms of there's a small geographic area and everybody gets along, except for one club. There's for the most part. 90% of the clubs in New York City get along. There's a truce. There's no beef. There's nothing because you have no choice. It's just so small. We'd be at war every day if that was the case. Yeah. Even up here, like you get people who treat bikers like shit. But when I went down south, the last time I went to an event to host, this was like about 15 years ago. We went out there with some guys from Rough Riders. I was out there with Ruthless Tactics. He's a stunner from Jersey. And we put on a great show out there with the Rough Riders and him. And we went to go out and we went to a strip club. and these guys saw the New York plate. Man, the first thing these motherfuckers did was lift their shirt, show us that motherfucking 44 Bulldog they had on their hip, and they're like, y'all in the wrong part of town there, partner.
Oh, really?
And I was like, I'm going back to my hotel room. I strapped over. I welcome over here. I got the message on the first try. So it be like that.
No, you're not.
Am I wrong? You see?
You're not wrong.
Like us northern boys down there. They think we're gonna come take their girl with our English.
The Yankees.
That might be true.
That's all when I go to North Carolina this coming summer to hang out with Juicy, I'm gonna make sure I rent a car with North Carolina plates. I'm gonna have a little bit of a southern accent. I'm gonna tell my son-in-law to teach me a little of that southern accent shit. So when I go down there, they don't my ass.
Even better than that. Even better than that. For all you people at home.
Years ago, so hopefully it's so much better now.
Even better than that, for all you people at home, there's a biker brawl going on. I'm gonna post some content from it. I don't know in what extent. Coming up in February, the end of February, in Oklahoma. It's sponsored by Mike of Mike's Pro Lids. Lord have mercy. It's gonna be a great time. I promise you, there's gonna be some great Southern hospitality bestowed upon us. I've already talked to Mike about it. It's gonna be a great time, and I'm really looking forward to it. I don't think there's not gonna be any drama like that. Yo, I feel like
I'm actually as one of the event coordinators for Biker Brawls. We are looking for female fighters now. What Josh is talking about is a charity event. All money proceeds that you win will go to St. Jude in your name. So if you know any female riders that are interesting in
sign up,
throwing on some gloves for charity, hey, hit me up. Let me know. This is gonna be. We're gonna try to make it at least every 2 to 3 month event. We already have 8 fights signed up on a card. We have Daniel Judah, who's Zeb's Judah's brother, who's also a professional boxer and martial artist. He's actually on the card.
Allure looks like she could beat some ass. She can whip some ass. I can tell.
She probably could.
Talking about
Puerto Rican.
Sign up. Sign up. Do it.
Yeah, sign her up. But Juicy, listen, if you want to put it out there on the Set magazine, I know you heard of Mike's Pro Lid. He makes the baseball caps.
Yes.
Y'all can check out his page if you want to send people down there and just advertise it. I can send you a direct link to his Instagram post about it. It's a great event. February 28th is going to be the first event. That's actual scheduled date for the event. We have 8 fights on the card. 6 are definite, 2 are pending. But it's going to be some few riders. I heard Third Riders is getting involved. Demon Rowe. Shout out to Social Ghost. Yeah, he's actually going to get involved.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Yeah.
That's news to me.
One of my Hustle King bros is actually going to be fighting Mobbing Kings out from the West Coast. And there's Cartel Baggers is involved. So there's a lot of people getting involved in this, but we are looking to get like a female friendly event. So if you want to post it out there, North Carolina clubs, social clubs, we take all fighters. It's a 3-round, 3 2-minute rounds. Charity, gonna have big boxing gloves on. All the money is going to St. Jude. But the gimmick to getting involved in this, I wouldn't say a gimmick, but the part that makes the part really wholesome is you gotta ride into Oklahoma on your bike. So even if you trail it, because we know some people are going to be coming from places that are really bad weather condition. So it's going to be hard to be riding.
How are you going to say that? Are you riding in Oklahoma? Is that what you're doing?
I ain't fighting. My man is going to ride in. My man
he said nope.
Damn sticky. I'll ride with him, but he's riding in from where it's safe to ride in from.
I'll meet him at the city limits. Oh, shit. That's funny.
Yeah. So I think that would be a good event. Maybe Seth, he could get some. Listen, North Carolina versus New York.
Oh, snap. Don't do it. Don't do it. We have good relations.
Thank you guys for coming on the show. Really, a lot of people get stage shock and fright and all that stuff. And they don't really want to talk. But before I get into this next piece, I just want to shout out everybody who checked in, because there's a lot of people checking in. You guys on the show. You got Black City Riders. You got Freedom Block. Shout out to Dennis, my boy Fox, Shape. Juan Gooch is on the check-in. Stephanie,
Mr.
shout outs to
Sinister.
her. You got who else? Yeah, we got Renee. We got Sharon Cooper, Lakeisha Trotters. Like, there's people want to check in, just showing y'all love, showing the show
Mr.
love.
Sinister is
What's
here
up,
every
LOE?
week. Mr. Sinister is here every week.
Right, check in
Every single
Yeah, they
week.
checking in.
That's our brother
But,
right there.
So this is the question you gotta see. This is the main question, Josh.
Lay
So
it
is
on
there
him.
a
Lay it
Mr.
on him. Lay it on
Juicy
him.
in North Carolina?
Say that again.
Is it?
Mr. Juicy in North Carolina?
No, not in North Carolina. Don't have a Mr. Juicy in North Carolina.
She said not in North Carolina. There might be one in
Not in North
Georgia,
Carolina.
Virginia, West Virginia.
Exactly. Yep. I just listen. I gotta make sure before I go down there, I won't get my ass beat. You know what I mean?
Whomever that I deal with, they have to understand that the bike world is a part of my life. And just the same, even if they were in the bike world, I would have to understand. So many women try to compete with the bike life. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna compete with a man in his motorcycle.
That does not win.
Right. You just will not win.
I get it. The only person that comes before the bike life is my daughter. Other than that, ain't nobody competing with the bike life.
Hey, yo, I wanna spin it back a little bit too. Actually, now that you mention it, so back to the magazine. The Set magazine, is it a subscription actual magazine? How do people check out the magazine? How do they catch an episode or whatever?
So they can catch us either on Instagram or Facebook, because we have Facebook also. And basically, in 2021, I will start be doing my live interviews as well. And basically, they'll be able to catch the lives. They'll be able to, see the content, the interviews, and me just sharing people's flyer and information and events that's coming up.
Likewise. So basically, across the board, the Set magazine as a whole right now is a digital forum. We are not print as yet. We are moving forward towards that in hopefully what should be the near future. But as of right now, we are a digital forum. And wanted to also mention that with regards to the Latino page, it's not strictly Spanish. Yes, we highlight different things within the Latino community, whether it's biker community, the immediate community, the food, the culture, the music, the people. Yes, we do show all of that, but it's not solely Spanish. We do Spanglish, we do English, and there will be live interviews as well.
You got a YouTube
coming in
page
2021.
Too, right?
Yes, we do have a YouTube page. So a lot to come through in the next coming year, and we will be traveling. We're talking about going down to Florida. We're gonna go to Orlando, hopefully.
Let me know when you go down to Orlando. There's a big bike club down there called Los Primos. My brother is rolling with this. It's all Latin dudes with the cacarocha boosters. There's like 50 of them. I'll send you some pictures. I'll be down there next week. I'll send you pictures with all the higher cacarochas.
Oh,
you can see they're like, yeah. I'll tag you on my brother's Instagram.
Yes, definitely tag me. So yeah, we're looking to do Florida. We're looking to do North Carolina, Jacksonville, both in Georgia and Florida. We're also gonna do Texas. We're looking at doing Texas. So shout out to my boy Pee Wee down there in Houston. What up, dog? See you guys out there.
I want to mention something that I didn't mention prior to the show. So, Juicy, now that I know you are the curator of the IG for Set Magazine North Carolina, I reached out to her on a personal matter concerning somebody missing, and she was able to reach out back to me. And so I want to thank you for that was me that contacted you about that personal situation. And thank you for being my eyes and ears down in North Carolina.
You're welcome.
So I want to say thank you. I meant to say that. I didn't know if you remembered if it was me that actually texted you about the situation, but it was. And I want to say thank you for just being there in case I needed to.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And then was it New Jersey? New Jersey had a DVD out a couple of years ago. So, a lot of us are working on collaborating all of our content to own DVDs, for the year in so that basically everybody can get basically a recap of everything or all the events that we covered throughout the year.
Oh, that's tight. That's tight.
Awesome. Awesome.
Also, we are an entity that can be hired as well. So if you want to hire us for your specific event, we do have the people, the material, the
Yes.
recording stuff, all that. So if that's something that you're interested, definitely hit us up, DM. And the 2021 banner is looking awesome. A lot of
Yes.
people have contributed, and it's not just bikers. It's businesses in the community that are showing us love as well.
I have a special request as a person who does a lot of charity work, and this is going to be more directed to Seb. Seb, I hope you're watching your girls, but y'all got to come out and interview Shape of Black City Riders.
Mm.
The man has. I can't stress enough how much mountains this man is moving with the circumstances that he has going on in his personal life. This man is feeding the poor. He's giving toys out to kids, and for Christmas. He has a weekly event where you come out and get food. He's delivering food. I can't
Wow.
stress how much this man has mean to the New York City streets, and I think that the Set Magazine would make one
Yeah,
amazing
that's true.
interview. So if there's anything I could ask as a host of
Does
the
he speak
show, as a person,
Spanish?
he doesn't speak Spanish, but hopefully he
We
can
can
get
teach him. We can
Seb
teach
to,
him.
to get the Set Magazine. I'm pretty sure because he like the Latin girls. I know he do. Shout
I
out to
mean,
the
the only
but I
the
mean,
only
not,
reason I asked,
even if it's not the Set Magazine Latino, if it's just the
no,
Set
yeah,
Magazine,
it
I
doesn't
think this
matter.
would be a perfect person to. I don't want to tell people how to run their thing, but
Shape is
there's
almost a perfect person. I know
yeah,
there's
there's a
no
lot of
perfect
people.
person,
Yeah.
but
There's a lot of people
he's
doing a
almost a
lot of things
perfect
out
person.
there, but Shape and his guys are out there every week. From the moment I had the heart attack, Shape has just been
Mm.
feeding homeless, and so I'm asking on behalf of people who believe in what he does as a biker. I would love for that interview to be definitely go down. That would be a dope
Well,
interview.
that's definitely something that I'm interested in. So we should definitely speak off record, off this thing when we're done. So yeah, that sounds good. I only asked if he speaks Spanish because I've done my interviews. I interviewed you and I asked you the same thing.
Yeah, listen, I know I speak Spanish, so you can ask me anything you want, mommy. I got to talk Spanish too, okay?
Shape can learn.
If it's
Shape can
okay
learn.
with me,
He
it's
can
okay
learn
with you.
fast. That's for sure.
Ah,
The only other thing that I really wanted to ask before we get out of here, I know we probably need to start winding down here in a second, but um, also for the people at home, mostly, what kind of events have you guys been covering? I know we talked a little bit about, like you're out there in the streets, you're doing events and whatnot, but like, what events have you guys been at this year? I know it's been kind of rough. Maybe it's not a super good question for this year, but like, what have you guys been covering? What kind of events do you guys cover?
this
Well,
year has been tough. I'm sorry. This year
no,
has
go ahead.
been tough with COVID and the shutdowns and all that, and trying to be cautious. You know, we are out there doing what we have to do, but at the same time, we have to take care of ourselves because we do have family members that we have to go home to
Yeah.
or take care of ourselves with underlining, conditions and stuff. So I can't say like pinpoint exactly what we've been doing because we've just been sporadically here
All
and
over the
there.
place, huh?
All over the place. Yeah, with the has been a little harder.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about in
It has
Carolina?
it hasn't been a lot of events in Carolina, but I do got to brag on my LOE family because COVID has not stopped us. I literally missed your first phone call because I had two families to stop by because we were sponsoring. We had to give them the toys and the bikes and stuff like that
Yeah.
for their family for
You're
Christmas.
out there. You're doing it.
Um, we donated over 1,500 pounds of food to the food pantry for Thanksgiving. So long as it is kind of a stop and go situation and everybody's protected and you wear your mask and whatever, we still made it happen.
Mm.
Everything that we normally do doing out throughout the year, we have done it. We actually did an appreciation cookout. My girl Field. So we have to make sure that we're safe. We can't afford to be out of work because what we do is in the healthcare field. So we try to take our precautions. But it hadn't stopped our drive. We really have still been doing what we do throughout the year as far as giving back to the community. And we literally sponsor 30 families or more with gifts. We don't go and just give it to the public. We actually give it to the family. I feel like the parents should be the one play Santa. I don't want that credit. We appreciate everybody who supports us, but we allow our parents to be able to put that under the tree so the kids actually have something to wake up to.
There's
we
a lot of
make
reasons for that. Appreciate
and
that.
even down south, we have orphanages here. So we still make sure that we go to the orphanage. We still make sure, even if we can't go visit, we call and we pick up and we make sure we sponsor their dinners and things like that.
I got to give it up, man. Listen, the 153, there's a club out here in New York. I totally forgot to mention. Goodfellas. Goodfellas has done so much. Yo, shout outs to Hollywood. He's a dear friend of mine. You know, they've been doing the same thing, feeding people, and they had a huge toy drive uptown, and shout outs to them. I mean, they're also part of the 153 family. You guys are strong, man. You guys are a lot. I think this is the part that the news media needs to capture. They need to see that the black bikers, the Puerto Rican bikers, even the white bikers, man, they're doing their thing. Even though we segregate ourselves in certain areas, we all have a common goal, and that's looking out for one another. Whether we be black, white, Chinese, you know, it doesn't matter, because, you know, when like Lil said, when we met at the Pamper Run, there's so many clubs, even clubs that are not affiliated with the Ghetto Coalition, even though the Ghetto Coalition is its own entity. There's people from other coalitions, because it's not about who you're supporting, it's about the event.
Right.
You know, Freedom Blocks is independent. They get guys who support they come from all different support backgrounds, and people are there. You have the UB Nation. They do stuff. They get people that come out. They show love. TG shows love. I mean, it's just everybody comes together for the common cause. There's no like, you know, this is our thing. You know what I mean? It's an event, and when people believe that the event is it hits so close to home that it makes it a priority, and it kind of puts stuff to the side, you know. And one person that I've seen here in New York City, very instrumental, and I think I must have saw about 7 to 8 events go up this week, and he's been at all of them. Shout outs to Hunter from the Cats MC. He's been everywhere. He's donated. Like, I know he's brought stuff. He's funded money. Like, the dude is 100% go. So shout outs to Hunter and the Cats MC. They're everywhere. They don't necessarily got to put on an event, but they're at every event. They're supporting. They're putting money. You know, they're getting stuff involved, and I think that's amazing, because, you know, they're independent. They don't support nobody, but they support the cause, and I think that's what's so important about everybody coming together.
Piggybacking off of what you just said, I wanted to also shout out Certified Ladies, Hazel.
Yes.
Her ladies, they're at every event. They've been supporting hardcore the community of bikers, the community itself. They've been at different, you know, helped out with Freedom Blocks as well. And also the Rock All Stars, Chinese group. God bless them. They've been cooking for the cancer run. They were out there early, bright and early, bushy tailed, with the breakfast on hand. God bless you, girls.
That's what's up.
Thank you.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
3 things, actually. First thing, Brooklyn Darling, thank you for checking into the chat. We really appreciate you.
That's my girl. We're going to be riding by April of next year. You're going to be riding, Brooklyn.
She said, I'm moving down to North Carolina in January. Will there be any group bike rides coming up for the Carolina representative?
Well, you know, normally in January, we were supposed to be hosting the Proc. Proc has moved to 2022, but due to COVID or whatever. Right. But if she please give her my information if she would like, and I would definitely update her with any information that's going on in January.
Okay, that's what's up. Number 2.
Yo, John, I'm gonna send you Allure's information so you guys can get on that. Black City already on the grind. They're on the grind. Feed the city already.
Number 2 was, for anybody watching at home, please subscribe to the channel. There's a little button below the video. Hit that subscribe button, the little bell notification icon, so you know when we go live. You might as well just do it. And then the third thing was from John Dove, Justice Allah. Let's do a Black City, Hustle Kings, The Set Magazine, Feed the Community event. What do y'all think about that?
I'm with
down.
it.
I'm down.
Absolutely.
Listen, I'm down.
Absolutely.
Anything Black City does, I'm in. It's approved. All Hustle Kings is a go. It's a wrap. Anything Black City, if they call me up and tell me how to go shovel shit, I'm out. I'm out. Those are my dudes, man. Those are my dudes, man.
Man, there's a lot to shovel out here
Absolutely.
nowadays, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I'm with it.
That's what's up.
All right, Josh.
All right, so now's about time. We're gonna start winding down the show, but before we do that, to end it, I want to go around the room and let these ladies have a chance to shout out their peoples and let everybody know what's going on. So let's start with Miss Allure. Please shout out your people at home and let everybody know like what's going on in New York City and what you're doing and how to get in touch with you, how to get in touch with the magazine, etc. Please.
All right. Hey, everybody. Que es la que hay, mi gente. It's your girl Allure with the Set Magazine Latino. Please make sure to follow the page at the Set Magazine Latino. And you can also follow me on my personal page, dopest.one. Please show your love. We're out here, you know, if there's any information with regards to any events, community events, you know, please feel free to hit up that DM in the Set Magazine Latino. I'm here for you guys. Thank you so much. Much love.
Thank you. And Miss Juicy, what you got for the people at home?
I want to say, first of all, I want to thank you guys for just taking the time to include me on y'all show tonight.
Yes.
I didn't know what to expect.
Absolutely.
You know, I got the call. I thoroughly enjoyed talking to you guys. The Set Magazine, North Carolina. You can definitely hit us up on Facebook or via Instagram. Also, follow me on my personal page at Just Too Juicy Press. Any information that you want to share, you want to get out, or information that you want to know, just please feel free to inbox me at any time, whatever. And I definitely enjoyed you guys.
No, we enjoyed you. That's for damn sure. Got that southern hospitality over here. And Butter, what you got, man? What's going on?
So I'm browsing through the chat. I find out that Allure is the first lady of Freedom Blocks at one point. Dennis just put it out there. He's the first girl to fuck with the Freedom Blocks family. That's a lot of love, you know. The governor himself. He's on the show. He's happy. He's watching. He knows. He keeps an eye on everything. So,
hey, you know what? I appreciate the brothers. You know, he did give me that title, and I was honored. You know, wholeheartedly. And I appreciated just being able to be a part of the community and what they had and their vision. You know, whether it was cooking, they had the backpack event, and I cooked, and my girls cooked, and we came through with food for the community. You know,
yeah,
and
I know they
helped
had
give
mad
out
love
a
for you.
backpack.
I know they had mad love for you because at one point I know when your bike was down, you was riding one of their bikes. Like they was like, "Yo, hold a sister down." That's what brothers do. Like, "Yo, hold
that's
up,
what's up.
we got you." So you know, if we all can't ride, like you know what I'm saying, like I feel it because I have a couple bikes. So if one of my bros ain't got his bike, like that's love. So you know that's love when they got you like that. But
yeah, they were gonna come down to my son's prom ride out what was it, last year? And it was raining and only a couple of people came out, you know, shout out to everybody that showed love. And him and Drama were coming and they got stuck on the highway. Something happened with, I think it was Drama's bike or something, but hey, you know what? That's what brothers do. Like they still tried to come and he was still communicating like, I'm trying to get there. So yeah, definitely
Drama. That's one thing I love. When I see Drama, I know it's important. When Drama just when he come out to put on the show. So shout outs to Drama, Freedom Blocks. But
yes,
just give a shout out to everybody. It was a great week. I just want to salute. Yesterday I had a personal situation I had to handle, so I couldn't make it to the Black City event. But one of my guys showed up. Shout outs to Green Eyes. But I want to give a mad shout out to all the clubs, all the social clubs, certified ladies, everybody who did a toy drive for their community. God bless you. God played 100-time fold. For those of you that didn't post it, God bless you guys too. You know, I know people just do it out of the kindness of their heart. We could be doing other things. But giving back to the community is important. Again, there's so many different ways you could do it. Freedom Blocks does it in one way. Black City does it in another way. Mike's Pro Lid is doing it in another way. Hustle Kings does it in another way. Like there's a lot of charity that we do at Hustle Kings for personal people. We just had a member reach out to us, said the lady didn't have food and furniture and stuff like that. So we do a lot of private stuff only because, not that I want to glorify what we do or put it out there. You know what I mean? Some people don't want their business out there. Some people don't. I took a word of advice from another prominent president of another club, a diamond club, who approached me and gave me knowledge and said, it's good that you do charity. Sometimes some people don't want to see their charity on social media because they're at the lowest form of their life. Right. And I think they want to have that publicized, And I kind of, at first I was kind of like, but then I thought about it and I said, you know what? Would I want people to see me at my lowest form? Absolutely not. So a lot of stuff that we've done is private. We've helped people personally, whether it be financially or with food or with stuff like that. So I commend everybody who does a lot of the stuff that doesn't, there's a lot of stuff that gets done out there that people do not know about and people don't choose to put it out there. But there's a lot of great people out there. And you know what? God bless all of them. Ride safe. And that's my 2 cents.
Ride your ride.
Ride your ride. That's my 2 cents before I go to Florida and see y'all. I'm going to be on Tuesday.
How long are you going to be out there? Because I'm going to be out there next month.
I'm going out for I'll be there till the 4th.
All right. Well, with that, thank you, folks, for joining in. I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. Come back. Like I said, hit the subscribe button below the video. Hit the little bell notification icon so you get notified anytime we go live or post up a live video. We do this every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me, Butter, whatever guests we have on, talk about motorcycle everything, and then some. By the way, ladies who are still on, please stick around after the broadcast because we should just chop it up a little bit before we go away. But other than that, yeah, definitely. Yeah, we really appreciate the guests that come on. And wow, there's so many other things to say. February 28th, Mike's Pro Lids sponsoring Biker Brawl, Hustle Kings doing big things always, every day. Black City Riders. I could. There's such a long list of things. I can't even talk about it. So I'll just end it there. How about that? Everybody at home, thank you for joining in. As I always say, leave this world better than you found it. Peace.